All right, welcome everyone. Today, we're going to crack the code on three of the tiniest but maybe the most powerful words in the entire English language: a, an, and the. Yeah, they seem super simple, right? But trust me, getting these down is an absolute game changer for sounding clear and natural. So let's just dive right in. A, N, the. I mean, what's the big deal, really? Well, these little words, we call them articles, they can cause so much confusion. But you know what? They only have one simple job: to tell the person you're talking to if you mean something general or something super specific. And look, here's that exact idea in action. Check out the left side. I need a pen. That means, hey, any old pen will work. It's a general thing. But then on the right, I need the pen. See the difference? Now you're talking about that one pen, the specific one we're both looking at or thinking about. It really all just boils down to that: general versus specific. Okay, so first up, let's talk about the general team. These are your indefinite articles, a and an. Basically, you pull these out whenever you're talking about a single, countable thing that isn't one specific item. You know, like a dog in a park or an idea that just popped into your head. Now listen up, because here's the one secret you absolutely have to remember for a and an. Ready? Forget everything you think you know about vowel and consonant letters. Seriously, when it comes to these articles, it is all about the sound a word starts with, not the letter, the sound. Okay, let's put this rule to the test. Look at an hour. The letter is H, right? But the H is silent. The sound is hour. That's a vowel sound, and that's why it's an. Now, what about a university? The first letter is U, which is a vowel. But what's the sound? It's university. That U sound is a consonant, so it gets A. See? It really is all about what you hear. So let's just nail this down. A comes before consonant sounds. Think a cat. And an comes before vowel sounds, like an apple, or, hey, another tricky one, an honest mistake. It's that simple. Just focus on the sound. And you're going to find yourself using this rule constantly, especially when you're talking about what people do for a living. You don't say, she is doctor. It sounds a little off, right? You say, she is a doctor, or he is an engineer. These little words are absolutely essential to making your sentences flow and sound right. All right, we've got the general stuff down. Now let's switch gears and talk about our specific champion, the word the. So if a and an mean any one of many, the is for, well, the one and only. And there are three main times when you can use the with total confidence. Number one, for things that are totally unique. You know, like the sun, the moon, the earth. There's only one of them. Number two, for specific things that everyone knows you're talking about, like pass me the books on that table. And number three, for superlatives. Anytime something is the best or the worst or the very first time, you're going to use the. Okay, you ready for the advanced move? This is kind of pro-level stuff. We've covered an, and but what if I told you that sometimes the best, most powerful choice is to use no article at all? This, my friends, is where you really start to sound fluent. Yeah, there's actually a name for it. It's called the zero article. And all that means is you're choosing to leave out an article on purpose. And yep, you guessed it, there are rules for when to do this too. So you're going to skip the article when you're talking about general concepts or ideas. For instance, you say, I like books, not I like the books if you mean books in general. Same for music is important. You also drop it for most countries. I visited France. For languages, he speaks Spanish. And for meals, right? You wouldn't say we had the lunch. You just say we had lunch. Okay, let's bring it all home with a quick cheat sheet. A and an are for a single general thing. And remember, the choice all comes down to the sound. The is for that one specific thing that everybody knows about. And the zero article, that's for your big, broad concepts like music, or for things like meals and languages. This is your go-to guide to nail it every single time. So what's the big takeaway here? Look, these aren't just boring little grammar rules. Think of them as precision tools. When you master a, an, and the, you get the power to tell your listener exactly what you're thinking. And that's the difference between asking for any old pen and asking for the pen that's going to change everything.